Today we're making my favorite M&M peanut butter cookies, and they stay thick, they're soft and chewy and gooey every single time. Stay tuned and I will show you step by step how to make these amazing peanut butter M&M cookies. So for the ingredients, this is what we're going to need. We are going to cream together some butter and some peanut butter, and then to that I'm going to add some white sugar, and then of course like our brown sugar, because that makes them like really rich and with that deep brown sugar flavor. And then for this one I actually need a little bit of milk, and then we need some salt, some vanilla extract, some baking powder, and then to finish them off I have both M&Ms and chocolate chips. So let's get started. All right, and today I thought it would be fun to just make them by hand. Sometimes it's fun to just use your elbow grease and make it all come together. So there is always a recipe that is printable in the description box. So if you're making these for the first time or you need a little refresher, there is a recipe in there you can print off and then just follow along. So I'm going to add my butter, and then this is creamy peanut butter, but you could also add some chunky, that would be great too, or extra chunky. This is just what I had on hand this time, but I'm just going to cream this together. And even if you don't have a stand mixer, you can still make cookies at home. It just takes a little bit of extra work, but it is oddly satisfying to do. Cream it all together by hand. And I just like to use the back of my spoon and make sure we don't have any chunks. Okay, and then to that I'm going to add my brown sugar, and it's best if your brown sugar doesn't have any clumps. So if you have any clumps in your brown sugar, you can just run it through your fingers and you should be able to softly press it together. And then also my white sugar. There we go, and we'll just mix this up too. And just use the back of your spoon here too to make sure you don't have any clumps in your brown sugar. Here we go. And now I'm going to add 2 room temperature eggs. And the reason you want room temperature eggs is so it isn't really cold, because it can seize your butter up and then make it hard to like mix together. So room temperature is best. And I'm also going to add in my milk and my vanilla extract. Just mix it a little bit at a time. There we go. And we're going to preheat the oven to 325 degrees. So if you haven't started your oven, now is a good time to do that. Okay, and then for the rest of my base, I'm going to add in my salt, and this is just sea salt, and then also my baking soda. There we go. I like to give that a little bit of a mix so I don't have any clumps. And then I'm going to add in my flour, and this is just all-purpose flour. You don't need any self-rising flour or bread flour, just regular all-purpose flour. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is add in our chocolate chips. I'm using milk chocolate chips for this one, and then also M&Ms. And if you can reserve a few M&Ms until the end, it's good to like, you can add some more on top. There we go. Here is our peanut butter M&M cookie dough loaded with chocolate chips. They are just a surprise and a delight. So delicious. Okay, and now I'm going to roll them into balls, and I just like to use a little cookie scoop, and I will just put them on a baking sheet, and we're gonna bake them in the oven for about 8 minutes or until the edges are just barely golden brown. All right, so now my cookies are all made. They are beautiful, ready to go into the oven. The oven is preheated to 325 degrees, and I'm just going to bake them until they're like maybe 8 or 9 minutes, and then the edges should be just barely soft and a little bit golden. So here we go. After those have had a chance to bake, I like to put little M&Ms on the top, and you can just use a handful or even chocolate chips will work, and it just makes them so cute and colorful and so fun to eat. So here are my peanut butter M&M cookies. They are warm and gooey and soft and everything that you love in a homemade cookie. And this is such a treat because they're so warm. Look how warm they are. Okay, I'm gonna try this one, see if it's too warm to actually eat. Look how gooey and ooey and filled with flavor that is. I'm gonna take off a little bite here, and I like them just like a little bit undercooked. I need a glass of milk. So yummy. Look at that M&M cookie, so delicious. I hope you enjoyed this recipe for the best peanut butter M&M cookies. They are so fun to make and even more fun to eat. So leave a comment below if you tried them and how it went. I would love to know. And always there is a link in the description box so you can print the recipe off and use it again and again. So thank you so much for watching this episode of the Carefree Kitchen. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me here. And I will show you all kinds of fun and easy recipes that your family will love. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.